What?
Coach, one of those split decision weeks last week, a win and a loss for your guys here at home.
Yeah, I think that you can't have too many of those, and still compete for a regular season championship. And what it means is that you just have to be really, really good on the road. And so that's where our opportunity lies now. And this has been a good road team. And so we'll look forward to that. I think that, the opportunities that are created here in the next 2 weeks with 3 straight road games, pretty critical for our team. I mean, we need to be good.
What did you take out of this past week for both positive and otherwise?
Well, I think the biggest thing for me is that the weekend in the Bay where we shot the ball so well from the three-point line and we got to the free throw line. I mean, we got to the free throw line 53 times in 2 games. And we come home and we get to the free throw line 8 times, and we don't get our first free throw till midway into the second half. That your team has to be able to respond to those types of situations. And we weren't shooting the 3 ball very well in that game. We got off to a great start. I think we hit 4 of our first 6 or 7. And then you take a place where you have to adjust, and it's a tough line that you're kind of trying to stay on, and the margin for error is not real. We're not getting a lot of balance. We don't get a lot of frontline scoring with this team, and so then we just have to be a little bit smarter. We have to be a little bit tougher, and you can talk about the defensive end all you want, but in a game where we basically scored 59 points, the last point that Frank got, for 61, was given to us, but we come home and score 51 points after 2 great offensive outputs on the road. We have to be more consistent. We have to be tougher. We have to be just a little bit smarter in how we approach the game offensively. And we need to get free throws. We need to score out of bounds underplays. We need to score with offensive rebounds. But the real strength of this team is our perimeter shooting, and we can't just kind of rely on that every single night. I mean, that can't be the answer. Oh, we didn't hit threes tonight, so we didn't win. We got to figure out ways to win when that's not happening.
You lose to Pepperdine Thursday, kind of a punch in the stomach that you got to come back from 2 days later. I thought you guys responded pretty well.
Our guys responded great. I mean, I thought the pace was good. A minute and 20 seconds into the game, we get to the free throw line, and so it was totally different feel. We shot 21 free throws in that game, and that's a big part of what we do. And people talk to me all the time about, us leading the nation in scoring or somewhere close to that. And that's not a big part of what we try to do, but it is a part of who we are. And we need to score. And if we want to lock down and try to play, 50-point games or 45-point games, which seems to be the trend all around the country nowadays, that's going to be difficult for us because it's not how we're built. It's not how we're kind of put together.
You mentioned not a lot of scoring from your bigs. Saturday's game, you guys won a game without a single point from your bigs. How much of that is a concern, and how much of that is, well, that's just kind of who we are right now? Well,
I think there's a real concern there. I think that we've got good, talented players on our front line that just need to play with more confidence. It's probably a comment from both, from our players and our staff. I mean, we have to find a way to help them be more successful, and then they have to take advantage of the opportunities that are created. I believe that we've got kind of a steady rotation, and Luke and Corbin are getting most of the minutes, and then Isaac is kind of playing some of the minutes based on the situation, and maybe that'll change a little bit. We'll just see. But the bottom line is we're playing Ants a lot of minutes, and I just don't know how long we can continue to play with 4 small guys out on the floor in some of these really tough slow motion games that we're going into. I mean, you look at the road trip that we're going on for the next 3. The pace of the game, if it goes the way of the home team, is going to be a really slow pace, and that kind of turns into kind of fist fights on the front line. Yeah. And you maybe need more size and more girth up there.
Corbin had his chances on the weekend and had been scoring pretty well with the chances he was getting.
Yeah, and so I think that there's some things that you kind of just throw out and just put up for maybe a night that things didn't work, and then there's other things that you just really need to work on. And I don't think we'll ever get with this group where we'll get back to the point where we played like when we had Brandon Davies and last year with Eric Mika throwing it in and just rotating around. We've kind of found ourselves in a different area, but these guys can really become great opportunity scorers, I think, on that front line, and we just need to build their confidence and help them through it.
How much will the return of Nate Austin modify things when he gets back?
Well, there's two things that Nate really does for us. One is he is just relentless on 50-50 balls. I mean, he's the first guy on the floor, and we miss that. I've told the team that a lot, that we miss that guy who you always know when there's a loose ball that he's the first one down to go get it. And then his ability to guard that post position with big guys and know everything that we do and know our system. The situation now that really worries us is that obviously we don't know when he's going to come back, but when he does come back, he's been out a long time and he hasn't been able to do much at all. And
conditioning wise,
so how long will it take him to find himself? But we'll press on. I mean, I look forward to his return, but in the meantime, just hopefully the guys that get the opportunities can step up and play well.
Whether or not you get him back on this road trip or not, you are on the road for the next 3 games, and you talked about being a good road team. In all of Division I college basketball, the longest away win streak in the country belongs to you guys. 6 games going back to last season that you guys haven't lost in the blue jerseys in an away venue.
Yeah, and I think that this will be a real challenge. This road trip we split last year, and you would think it would be the other way around, that we would have maybe lost in Moraga and won the game in Stockton, but it was the opposite. And this year, St. Mary's is obviously a really good team, and you don't even look to those guys until Thursday night about 10:30,
right,
after the Pacific game. But Pacific is a team that's really well balanced. You can go through and find 4 or 5 guys that have had great games, but then you look at their stats and they got a guy that scores 9, a guy that scores 8, a guy that scores 8, a guy that scores 7, and they're a low-scoring team that's trying to find their way in this league. And amazing. I think the game the other night, St. Mary's against Pacific, will give you a pretty idea what we're in for. It was 21-19, I think, at halftime.
And you mentioned it already. Not only are you the highest scoring team in the country, you're one of the fastest tempo teams in the country overall and in league play. And the 2 teams you're going to play are 9 and 10 in tempo. And they're playing, the game they played in the weekend was in the 50s.
Yeah. So we'll see how things go. I do believe that our guys are starting to understand playing this way, what it really takes to be successful consistently. And it all sounds fun. 4 or 5 games ago we say, okay, we're going to play 4 guards and we'll probably shoot a lot more threes, and but in reality, what we're trying to do here is we're trying to win games, and winning games playing that way is a little bit dangerous, and we have to be we have to take advantage of the opportunities that fit us in rhythm, but then we also have to be really smart about our ability to score in all 5 ways. We can't put it all on one thing. I mean, we're a half-court set team, we're a transition team, we score at the free throw line, we score out of bounds under. And another thing that Nate can really add to us, for us, is offensive rebounds. We score offensive rebounds, and that part of our kind of system that we use is down a little bit, and we need to kind of increase that.
What do you like about heading on the road with this group?
Well, they get along really well together, and so they're fun to travel with. It's a group that I think really understands the task at hand, and we're able to enjoy each other's company. But I think these guys are pretty dialed in on our team meetings and getting to and from the arena for practice, shoot-arounds. All that is, you can tell these guys understand what we came to do.
I want to finish talking about Ty. Tyler Haws this past game passed Devin Durant and Jimmer Fredette and became BYU's all-time career leader in free throws made, and he's the career leader in free throw percentage, which kind of goes along with that. Special thing he did on the weekend.
And I hate to start talking about Ty because what I really think about is that he's not going to be here anymore. Okay? But his ability to get to the free throw line is it's just special. It's unique. His ability to consistently score in games. But right now I think that the whistle for him is really tough. And I watch a lot of film, and I watch what's going on, and he is amazing. His demeanor on the floor, and every once in a while you see him, kind of, really get, we'd all consider pretty hot. But for as great a competitor he is, and the whistle that he's getting, I think he's doing a pretty good job of finding his way. But he's as good as there's been here, that's for sure. And it's proven by the numbers.
Absolutely. I mean, if there's any kid out there that wants to know what hours and hours of practice by yourself shooting free throws can do, he's the example. I mean,
absolutely. And I think that when you think of the names, and only BYU fans will really know this. I mean, on a national level, people know Jimmer really well. I don't know if people remember Devin very well, but Devin was an unbelievable scorer, and his ability to get to the free throw line. But then you're talking about Danny Ainge and Fred Roberts, and just guys that Tyler was better than all of them in his ability to do that.
Well, exciting player, and you won't have him for too much longer, but as long as you got him, keep riding him and winning games. And
hopefully we can get him to the free throw line. I remember the last play of the San Diego State game, and it just stays with me that he should have been at the free throw line at the end of that game, and hopefully that we can find our way to the free throw line with Ty continually. I don't know if people think that that's an easy thing to do, but I can tell you it's not. I mean, he is a special kid.
All right. Well, Coach, good luck this weekend, and we'll see you here next week.
All right. Thanks a lot.